At first glance, holding the middle seems like a pretty standard HOMM3 map. You got a starting zone with mines and resources, which lets you build up your army in a reasonable amount of time, and you are kept away from the opposing factions by strong enough creatures to not get rushed by the AI in the first week. Usually. But this scenario has a twist. The middle town. If you can build a capital in the middle town, you win. Which means you need to get to the middle and hold it. I love it when scenario names are this descriptive. Also, you can defeat all enemies for the win. So, let's see how to do this as fast as possible. First, I'm gonna try the capital building win condition. This makes the strategy very straightforward. Get to the middle ASAP and start building. The 4 colors are all playable and are always the same factions. Red in the northwest is Tower, blue in the northeast is Castle, tan in the southwest is Inferno, and green in the southeast is Stronghold. So which one can get to the middle in the shortest number of days? Just from looking at the map and roads, red has a shorter path than both blue and green. I didn't count the tiles, but it sure looks that way for me. Tan does not have a direct path to the middle, but has to go through either a one-way portal or through the two-way portal, which has connections to each of the starting zones. Both tan and red have short paths to the middle, but they have to get past the tier 4 guard to get there. The easiest way to do this is to take advantage of the refugee camp to recruit a tier 7 creature. But since both of the colors have access to this camp on the way to the middle, there needs to be another tiebreaker. Introducing resources. The middle town has literally nothing built, which means you need to build literally every prerequisite for the capital to win. For town hall, you need 2,500 gold and build a tavern for 5 wood and 500 gold. For city hall, you need 5,000 gold and build a marketplace, which is 5 wood and 500 gold, mage guild level 1, which is 5 wood and ore plus 2,000 gold, and blacksmith, which is 5 wood plus 1,000 gold. While for the capital, you need 10,000 gold and build a fort, which is 20 wood and ore plus 5,000 gold, citadel for 5 ore and 2,500 gold, and castle, 10 wood and ore plus 5,000 gold. This totals to 50 wood, 40 ore, and 34,000 gold. Quite a bit, and you need to build literally every single day to do this as fast as possible. This is where red is better than tan. Red has a trading post in their starting zone. So by playing red, I can collect any resource and trade at the trading post to make up the difference to make sure I can always build. In theory at least. The underground exists, but it's not playing a big part for me in this playthrough. But for anyone playing this themselves, the Grail is always north of the middle subterranean gate, underground of course. The general plan here is use the refugee camp to get a tier 7 creature to beat a tier 4 middle zone guard, take the middle town as quickly as possible, collect resources with side heroes to trade on the trading post, then build while keeping control of the town. Easy enough? Let's give it a go. Red, Tower and Solmir, as I want as much early power as possible. Check. Scenario bonuses, gold for everyone. Check. It's time to click begin. Like, comment and subscribe. And from next video onwards, all channel members will get early access to videos, not just the highest tier. To reach the seed I want, I enter the crystal cavern fight against mummies and reset once. This is because I get just enough gold from the gold piles, as well as wood from the campfire to build a tavern and recruit a second hero, Dermith. Her job is to, you guessed it, collect resources. So she heads west to flag a sawmill and get the gold from the nearby piles and chests. Quick and decent day 1. She continues on day 2, but needs Solmir to move out of the way before moving further on. So Solmir follows the road towards the refugee camp, not quite reaching it yet, before Dermith starts her path towards the trading post. On day 3, she swings by the water wheel for 500 gold and picks up the 2 mercury piles, before it's Solmir's turn, who finds the best possible tier 7 he could get. Phoenixes. Plural. The only tier 7 there are more than one of in a refugee camp. Perfect. This lets him easily take on the middle zone guard of Medusas. only losing his one stone gargoyle in auto combat. After picking up the gold pile in the way, he just about reaches the town, which is also easily autoed. Nice! I still need to build in the middle town this day, so to feed 2 birds with 1 scone, I build a tavern, which will let me hire a 3rd hero to collect the middle resources later. Since I have enough wood to keep building, I use Dermith to pick up whatever is close to her before I enact my middle zone plan. I hire Melodia and go full Scrooge McDuck in Klondike, complete gold fever to the max, getting everything she can get her hands on. Solmer, on the other hand, is more of the adventurous type, as he wants to go through the 2-way portal, finding his way to Blue's territory. After taking out the ARLs and ogres guarding each side of the portal, he narrowly misses out on getting Cuthbert, who's been underground. Shucks! Instead, he heads straight for their town. Before ending the turn, I build a marketplace in Dunwall, the middle town, and hire Thorgrim in my tower town, forgetting to flag the ore pit on the way to some free resources to the northeast. Oops. Cuthbert runs away, Solmer takes the castle town, and flags an ore pit. As I respect your time, I'm gonna focus on Solmer only from here on out, unless something major happens. All the side heroes only pick up resources anyway. When all the side heroes have made their moves, I build a blacksmith, still using whatever wood I can. I decide to look for Cuthbert by swinging by the Redwood Observatory, but he's nowhere to be found, so instead I head back for the portal. As I don't have enough ore for a mage guild, I instead build a town hall. A bit overdue maybe. Cuthbert comes back into my sights, and a weekly day 7 event occurs, taking 5 wood and 5 ore from my reserves. Extremely unnecessary game. I take out my frustration on poor Cuthbert, especially after noticing he's taken the windmill resources as well. Auto does the work for me, and I have no complaints. This means Blue is vanquished. Nice. Back towards the portal I go. After being a resource up picker, Dermith finds her way to the trading post to get me the necessary ore to build a mage guild, sacrificing some mercury in the process. Mage guild built, day can be finished. We roll over to week 2. Through the portal Solmir goes, and picks up a bunch of chests, a shield of the Yawning Dead, as well as some mercury in my starting zone portal area, some gold and a chest in Green's portal area, and starts raiding Tan's portal area, which is guarded by vampire lords, which I have to beat to access the rest of the resources. Auto apparently loses somehow, so this is manual labor. But when not actually retreating, Auto only lost 1 Phoenix and won the fight. Some weird stuff going on here. Probably some Phoenix rebirth stuff going on. Yeah, anyway. I just chain lightning the top stack, taking out 7 vampires in total, before waiting. I then hit the nearby 3 stack, killing 2, and going for the 4 stack the next turn, killing another 2. All of the small stacks then heal a bit on my poor phoenixes, before I just quick combat to finish. Easy peasy. I've got resources to pick up. No trading needed today, as I have more than enough gold for the city hall, which is built. Only fort, citadel and castle needed for the capital now. After getting gold from the chests, I check Tan's refugee camp. Halberdiers? Pfft, pathetic. To build a fort, I need 20 wood and ore. I lack 12 ore, so Dermith gets the job of trading 24 mercury for 12 ore. Making me proud, Dermith. Afterwards, I just build a fort. Going back through the portal, Solmir restores his spell points on a magic well and then heads underground, taking out some horned demons. Not much more to do. Dermith trades for ore, sacrificing all the crystal I've got in order to build a citadel. Solmir is then extremely efficient when checking the Redwood Observatory underground, seeing nothing of immediate value, and heads back into the overworld, killing some more demons to pass the time. Interesting stuff going on, yeah. A castle is then built, and since the AI has made no effort to pressure me this whole time, I can just start week 2 day 5 by needlessly getting some wyverns from a dragonfly hive, before eventually building the capital, claiming my victory. After exiting the town screen, switching between my towns just to see what happens, and nothing happens until I exit. Anyway, 12 days of this almost pacifist playthrough is alright. 396 score and Black Dragon rank? Sure, it's okay. But I'm positive it's going to be faster to defeat all enemies. So, let's try that instead. I will be playing the same seed again, as the phoenixes are too good to pass up. But I'm going to make some changes to my strategy. Instead of using SoulSilver as my main hero, I will be looking for a logistics hero in the tavern. I recently learned that the heroes showing up after hiring the 2 static tavern heroes on the seed are random. Meaning, after hiring either Divinity or Melodia, the heroes I can hire afterwards are completely random. This can be taken advantage of in 2 ways. Either resetting the seed over and over until a desired hero shows up, or saving before hiring a hero the first time. I did the latter this time, but let me know if you think this is cheating or not. I'm interested. I think it's just taking advantage of game mechanics. But yeah. Anyway, after I find my desired hero, I will use them to immediately go for the middle town. After taking it and building a tavern, I'll use it as a hub to distribute the phoenixes to whatever heroes need them, as well as maximizing the logistics heroes' movement. I will, again, go for blue first, as their town is the closest, but I will split my focus by going for tan at the same time. But since tan's zone is less easy to traverse, it takes longer. After getting blue with my main hero, I will go for green, hopefully finding their hero or heroes close to the road or their town in order to not waste time looking for them. It probably sounds a bit messy, so let's just see how it goes, eh? Same seed equals same setup, red tower SoulSilver, all gold bonuses. Let's just go for it. I enter the Crystal Cavern fight and reset once, again. Afterwards, I don't leave all my army in town. Only a few gargoyles and set up my remaining army in a neat way. And then head out. Picking up the campfire for the wood and gold, the gold pile to the south, and then enter the fight against the wolf raiders guarding some chests. Auto loses, unsurprisingly. 5 out of 6 wolf raider stacks move, and I move my 1 gargoyle between my 2 stone golems. 1 gremlin 1 stack moves up, and I finally cast chain lightning on the topmost wolfy boy stack, which takes out a bunch of them, before moving the 2 other gremlin 1 stacks down and defending with both my golems. I quite convincingly tank the onslaught from the raiders, and my gargoyle takes out the 1 stack of wolfies. I block the path to my big gremlin stack afterwards, as it can't quite reach the wolves. This entices them to hit my gargoyle and 1 golem, which I immediately avenge with my big gremlin stack, getting a morale to destroy both of the 3 stacks. Very nice. I lose the final gremlin 1 stack, but reply by finishing the fight with my big stack. Well done me. My reward? 3,500 gold from chests, which lets me afford a tavern, getting Divinity again. And after reloading a few times, I also find Monair. Maybe the best one I could have found, as he has the highest starting movement points in the game. Awesome. I send Divinity to the west again, getting the sawmill and 2 chests, again. Monair then makes a beeline for the refugee camp, following the road as far as he can. I can also afford a 4th hero, Fafnir, who will go for the necessary mercury down by the trading post to recruit the phoenixes. As in the previous playthrough, I'll focus on the heroes actually doing stuff and ignoring the resource pickers, unless it's needed resource picking. Like Fafnir getting the mercury and reaching the trading post to get just enough gold to afford both of the phoenixes, sacrificing all of the gems he just got. Neat stuff. This lets Monair get the flaming birds, take out the Medusas afterwards, losing his 1 pixie, and reaching the middle town on day 2. A minor side note, this means the capital version is doable in 11 days, not 12. LOL. Monair levels up into advanced logistics, which is excellent. Day 3, I build a tavern in Dunwall, hiring Melodia, and send Monair through the portal, autoing the air elementals and ogres easily, but not immediately going for the nearby blue hero. Instead, I hire a 6th hero, Deemer, meeting up with Monair, taking his phoenixes and finding his way to Tan's territory, going for the vampire lord guards. After waiting with the phoenixes, 2 stacks clump up nicely for a meteor shower. I oblige and finish with quick combat. Job well done. I head back to Monair, transferring 1 phoenix back, eventually getting to the middle zone again, transferring the other phoenix to Melodia, who sets her sights on Tan's town. The reason for this order of operations is to save movement on both Melodia and Monair, as it costs movement to both trade, pick up resources, and entering fights. Very efficient, I know. Monair then finds Blue's hero, Adele instead of Cuthbert this time, and sings "Hello, it's me," which she doesn't enjoy at all, losing the auto fight. And Monair goes back through the portal, not getting the town before he leaves. Instead, I hire another hero, Bron, whose sole task is to take the blue town, taking Melodia's starting army in case they've actually built something or hired some creatures. Day 4, Melodia makes her way to Tan's town by autoing some obsidian gargoyles and the Inferno town, which is only guarded by some gogs. The Phoenix movement coming in handy here. She also has the energy to visit the Redwood Observatory, looking for Tan's hero, which is Fiona, quite far to the east. Bron then walks towards the Blues town, finding it empty, and can just walk in to vanquish them. Not bad. Monair then heads for Green's territory, picking up some gold, which Dermith also does, to let me hire yet another hero, Merlanda, whose only task is to pick up as much gold as she has the ability to, which turns out to be quite a few thousand gold. Monair then engages the demons, auto loses, but this is a simple fight. Just wait, and finish with quick combat. Easy. Monair then learns expert logistics, which is really nice. Then it's straight for Green's town. I didn't notice when playing, but Green's hero is actually just at the edge of Monair's vision. I guess I'm blind. I dismiss Bron after getting more vision, trade for some gold with Fafnir, and hire Arlak, who goes to meet up with Monair, for reasons you'll see very soon. But I'm sure the smartest of you can figure it out. And then Broghill, who does the same thing as Arlak. Fiona luckily moves closer to Melodia, while Green's hero sits nearby Monair's group. I follow the road with Monair, then send Arlak to get the Phoenix to take on Green's hero. I brace myself for an auto loss, but he surprisingly wins. So I decide I have to see how. Auto, as usual, just goes full gung-ho, and I also tallied up the damage the Phoenix took and found it to be 181. So with 19 HP to spare, Auto did the fight. Impressive. Ballista carry maybe? Maybe? I think we can safely say it was a ballista carry. I doubt Broghill would be able to do this. I sent Broghill to transfer the Phoenix back to Monair, but due to poor movement for my part, I'm 1 tile off. Bad play by me. Which means Monair sacrifices some movement, which turns out to not cost me anything, as he still reaches Green's town, guarded by 9 Wolf Riders. I legit thought this was the last fight, forgetting about Fiona, so I did it manually, expecting an epic victory screen, which never shows. Green is vanquished, but nothing more. Melodia, however, can reach Fiona, even arrogantly picking up a chest on the way. It's Melodia versus Fiona, and Auto just wins. I accept the results. Tan has been vanquished. I'm victorious. In 5 days. Now that's more like it. 448 score in Archangel rank. It's good to be back. 7 days faster than my capital run, which should have been 11 days, not 12. Not too shabby at all. Let me know if you think this was a bit messy to watch all the heroes in play at once, but I still hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. Channel membership is also available. I hope to see you next time, and that you have a might and magically good day. Bye bye. A big thank you to all my channel members: Onufry, Sebastian Kopacz, Manajarmer Running Skull, Dante, Dovid, Original Lamester, Quamosti, Chaos, Recreator 12E, Jar Zero, Matt Age, Seal Oil, Anubnimus, Radnosorth, Christian Kojokario, Escubani, Lika, Van Lunis, and Rick Visaupt. I appreciate you a lot, guys. Thank you.